Well, I don't really understand why random spiritual beings come forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you needed help with
I know.
audience, and I couldn't help you, so he
But I'm a
stepped
human,
forward.
so like, I'm not gonna go find some random person on the street and be like, hey, I'm gonna teach you things. Hi, I'm Em.
And I'm Liv, and we're your meta PsycKicks. Today we're going to be talking about our spiritual team. So in past videos and past content, we've talked about spirit guides, who are your legal advisors to your soul contract. Someone that, or people that, it's not even people, they're spiritual beings that your soul employs to help you in this physical reincarnation, this life, so that you learn certain lessons to reach a higher spiritual consciousness. However, with building Meta PsycKicks, Em and I have been introduced to what we like to call our spiritual team, or other souls or spiritual beings that have come in to help us with our business in specific instances. And I want to start with Agya, because he's the very first one.
Yeah, Agya came in when we did our chakra video, so go check that out.
Yeah. So I was stressing out at the table researching chakras, and I think I was on the
You're on the third eye chakra.
Mm-hmm. And that's called...
Which is the Agya chakra.
Anyways, the soul of this old Indian, I assume, man stepped forward. He has like a lot of golden light around him. He has helped so far in our business, not only with my understanding of chakra and chakra thought when we made that video. They say that you have to like heal certain chakras and do certain things, like listen to high vibrational music or other stuff to do chakra healing. But he told me that your chakras aren't supposed to be balanced. They're supposed to be an ebb and flow in between each one. It's just about like understanding each chakra and how you are in relation to it and using it for or against you. Does that make sense?
It's about taking the lessons of the chakras, and when one chakra is lower energy, you can make up that energy from different chakras.
Yeah.
So it's not that all chakras have to have the same energy in them. It is that the energy needs to be balanced within all of the chakras.
Yeah, it's so cute. So that's one of the things that he helped us learn. We didn't.
What does he look like?
Oh, he's just... he's not... Okay, so like if you want to insert like the guy from Avatar, because we love to use Avatar all the time.
You must gain balance within yourself before you can bring balance to the world. And the first step to gaining balance begins with this. Drink up.
He looks like that, but he doesn't have a beard. He has no beard. He's clean shaven, and he's not quite as skinny. And his clothes aren't white or raggedy. He wears kind of like, they're more like a tan color. And I don't know if he necessarily wears pants, because I don't like pay attention to that much. He usually just has a lot of gold light associated with him, and his skin obviously looks different than mine. And I usually see more of his face and a silhouette than like a full body image of him.
Mm-hmm.
And recently he's had like one of those like staffs or like canes.
Yeah. The first time he came in wasn't when you were doing the third eye chakra. It was when you were telling me about the research and was like, I don't know, I'm not a Swami man, I can't like just know things. And I was like, oh, but you're a psychic medium, you can just talk to a Swami man. And then he showed up and you were like, no!
I forgot. You're right. I really love that your memory is so much better than mine about it.
I know, because it was hilarious.
And he laughed when you did that too. That's why I associate with him more so with golden light and his laugh, but he doesn't have like a beard.
Yeah, I don't think I know what he looks like. Does he have hair?
No.
Okay, then okay.
He doesn't like have hair.
Makes me think he looks like the guy that taught Aang about the chakras, but he doesn't have a beard.
Mm-hmm. And he's not that skinny.
Well, yeah.
But yeah.
But that's what he associates it with, because that's what he does.
And when he walks, he kind of goes like left to right when he walks.
Interesting.
Maybe that's why he has a cane. He's one of my favorite spiritual team members that we have. And Em asked me, she's like, well, why is he here? I'm like, I think he's here to help us with our business.
Yeah, I mean, he is.
It's cute.
He helps teach us the things that we are trying to teach you guys.
Because we try really hard not to like get into all of them. I don't want to say mumbo jumbo, but mumbo jumbo that a lot of people try to like portray metaphysical things as like things that you can buy and sell or that are commodities. And I feel like if we were to look at things like that, it would just sway our
judgment
or perception of things. So we really try hard to just have what we call like our metaphysical shower talks. We're not in the shower, just get the gist of the joke.
Which we're kind of doing for Patreon if you want to join Patreon.
Yeah, we're
doing
start
exclusive bonus content. So, our next spiritual advisor is a spirit that we refer to as the Scribble Man. What I'm starting to learn is I think, if I'm wrong, please someone tell me, I think tarot cards have a being that helps you read the tarot cards. But if you bought the same deck that I have, it wouldn't be the same being. It's just the being that's going to help you the most. And I'm not sure if that like goes with other tarot readers or if it's just me.
I don't know, I've never asked another tarot reader.
I don't think other tarot readers realize, because people talk about cards having like a consciousness, which they do, but also sometimes I feel like people associate the consciousness, but it is an actual spiritual being.
I think they just miss out on it.
Yeah, they just get aspects of it and they don't get the whole soul. And this spiritual being was the first one to be like, hey, your tarot cards have consciousnesses and they're actual spiritual beings like me. But I bought this deck, and if you guys are interested in it, go into the description below. But when I bought it, I showed Liv it, and she immediately was like, there is a being in this deck and he looks like a scribble. So the way that we perceive him, I think you just see a scribble for his head.
Yeah, I see like a black background and a scribble head, but he wears like a tuxedo. And when he walks, I can hear his fancy shoes click on the floor. That's why I laughed a couple seconds ago, because you started talking about him and I hear click, click, and he walks in with like a cane. He's like, come here, bitch.
Yeah, he's not necessarily like a human, but he shows himself as a human to us because it's relatable. Mm-hmm. But he is literally scribble energy, and the way that I see him is he's mostly a human figure. So he's got like a tuxedo on, like Liv says, and he's got a hat, but he's like scribble on half of his body. And it's really weird.
Top hat.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
like a little one.
He likes it. I'm aware.
But it's interesting because he is very clairaudient, which is what I need to read cards. And he essentially came in to tell me, you don't need to try to see things like Liv does. You can do the same things that Liv does clairaudiently. So you'll be able to listen to the things that Liv sees, which at first did not make sense to me because I was like, what? But it goes into like synesthesia. So I have been able to see people's shapes by using something called passive echolocation. So you take the sound in a room and it bounces off of the objects in the room, and that gives you a picture of what the room would look like, what would be in the room. Mm-hmm. So for example, if someone is standing in front of you, it sounds different than if there's nothing in front of you. You'll be able to hear the noises bouncing off of them. And that's how I perceive spirits, but it goes even deeper than that because I get synesthesia with the colors of auras and things like that. So check out that video, auras.
He really stepped forward to help you because this is when we started figuring out that you were a medium and you were like, I don't know what's going on. And you bought this tarot deck because the universe is like, this Scribble Man's gonna help you because he is extremely clairaudient.
Yeah.
So you literally bought a tarot deck because you needed it to help you. Guys, we tell you that the people that are going to help you the most are your spirit guides and yourself and like spiritual team. That's why we're making this video, because a lot of people don't even think they have spirit guides. So maybe if we're going to tell you that you have spirit guides and a spirit team, you'll start listening more, because I didn't think that a spirit team would be a thing either, because when Agya walked forward, I was like, is he a spirit guide? And he's like, no, I'm just here to help you. And then he laughs. And I'm like, why is everything so happy and simple to you? This is confusing.
Well, I don't really understand why random spiritual beings come forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you needed help with our audience, and I couldn't help you, so
but I'm a human, so like, I'm not gonna go find some random person on the street and be like, hey, I'm gonna teach you things.
Yeah, but most
have a
people
motive
do
to
that.
do that.
Because you don't have ego. That's why you're a medium, dummy. That's why we're doing this. Because everybody
just
that is
so
in the metaphysical
weird.
community has an ego. And this is our whole business is built around you don't need people to tell you I can teach you things because the universe will teach you. They literally sent you Scribble Man.
I know, it's just weird that Scribble Man wants to work with, like, little old me.
Because there is no good or bad, and when you're a
Like, why
higher
am I
spiritual
so
being,
important?
you don't have ego. It's not that you're important, it's not that you're not important, it's that you don't have ego. So everybody has someone that is there to help you, no matter what. You are not alone.
It's just wild.
God fucking Agya makes me happy. This is not my hands. He's having me talk. Sorry.
Your hands are below.
He's like, there's nothing good or bad, and you don't have to feel like you're special for some sort of reason for someone to help you. Help isn't something that is supposed to be given to you as a gift. Help is something that everybody deserves. Hence why Scribble Man is here. You're welcome.
Yeah, Scribble Man, when I read his cards, was the first time I got full sentences when I was reading, and I didn't even need to look at the cards. It was literally just, I'm gonna tell you what to say.
Yeah, it's really cute. And how far have your gifts come since Scribble Man?
Yeah.
Light years. We also learned that you were an orca in a past life, and orcas use echolocation, which is why it's so easy for you to do hearing things.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome. I forgot to say something.
Mm-hmm.
Scribble Man's name is Abernathy.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Me too.
Abernathy.
You're welcome. Really weird name.
Most spiritual beings around me have weird names.
That's true. Abernathy.
I think it's because they think I'll be entertained by it. Because I want a weird name. Because I have such a normal name.
We're gonna talk about the cemetery man.
Okay.
Who has, I think he also has an A name, but I don't know. Remember, I think in the video I kept saying he has an A name, but we're not gonna be able to see it because his headstone's gone. Since we're talking about our spiritual team that's helped us build PsycKicks and all the weird little like synchronicities or like oddball things that have happened because of it, when we first started PsycKicks, we had to figure out content ideas. So Em's like, we need to go to a cemetery, and I was like, I don't want to go to a cemetery.
No, you did that.
I did?
You told me we should go to a cemetery because I was like, you're gonna go to a cemetery.
I said
Little
that?
flower child Liv wants to go to a cemetery.
I swear to God, it was your idea.
Oh, it was not. Promise.
I don't remember
because
that.
I would not have been like, oh, let's go to a cemetery because you're scared of everything. So I was like,
I'm scared of everything.
it was
Well,
your
I'm
idea.
just telling you right now that because I don't remember it being my idea or those words coming out of my mouth, that makes it even more fucking uncomfortable. So, the idea of going to a cemetery was proposed, and I was like, I don't know how we're gonna go to a cemetery because cemeteries are scary. But I was nervous because when I do psychic medium readings, if you guys don't know, I'm a psychic medium, so my shtick is that I talk to souls. Talk to other things too, but souls is the very first thing. So I'm thinking, well, if we go to a cemetery, how am I gonna get validation of what I'm doing?
Lol, you
Because-
actually asked that?
Yes! Because everybody's dead. When I do readings for people, I have validation.
But they so like screwed with that.
I know.
I
That's why we're
know.
talking
Go
about
check
this
out
one.
that video.
You can see me shit myself. So I'm thinking, how am I going to get validation? Because when I do psychic medium readings, I'm getting validation from the person I'm talking to about the soul that I'm speaking with.
Mm-hmm.
So this video is going to be a dud. I don't want to do it. It makes me, also, it's a cemetery. It's weird, you know? And I'm thinking, well, holy shit, where are we going to go? How are we going to do this? We have to find headstones that are old enough that no one's there because that's
no one will
rude.
be offended if we are filming their headstone.
Yeah.
Because no one else is alive.
But I'm also thinking souls are going to be pissed off that we're in a cemetery. I don't want to like make anybody angry. So, as a 20-something, I'm trying to find lots of jobs. I start working at Starbucks and I have to work. I'm working the morning shift. So I have to be there at like 5 o'clock in the morning. So at like 4:30 in the morning, I'm driving past this cemetery every day in the middle of nowhere. And every time I drive past this cemetery, this soul of a man would pop in and he'd be like, you should make your video here. And I'm like, who are you? It's 4:30 in the morning. It's already dark outside. You're a dude, you're a soul. and I'm tired and I'm scared because it's dark outside and you're talking to me and I know you're from a cemetery. And he's like, I'm just telling you, you and Em should make your video here. I'm like, how do you even know that we're making a video here? And I already know how he knows, but I'm like, how do you know that I know that you know that we should make a video here, sir? So Em's like, all right, we need to figure out where we're gonna do this video. And I said, okay, this is gonna sound weird, but there's this old dead guy that's telling me that we should make a video in the cemetery that he's in. And she's like, okay, is it old enough? I'm like, it's on a hill in the middle of nowhere and the trees are super old, so I'm assuming it's really, really old. Mm-hmm. We go there and we figure out that not only did I get validation of who I was talking to from the soul I was talking to, because she gave me direct information off of her headstone, including her age and her name, but I also had like, all of these souls around us were so very welcoming for what we were doing. Like, us talking to them wasn't weird at all or intrusive in any manner. And then one of the souls that we were talking to, whose headstone was so old that the trees were growing around it, so the trees were younger than the headstone, made me look at her headstone and look at the date. She's like, look at the date, look at the date. And I realized that every single freaking person in this cemetery was born during the spiritual, like, the spiritualist movement in America. Mm-hmm. So when Ouija boards were super cool and seances and mediums were really cool, all of these people were alive. So the fact that we were there, we're like, guys, we're just talking to to people that are doing things that were cool when we were alive.
Because if you guys don't understand, there's a lot of souls that just won't talk to Liv, even though they're in spirit, because it doesn't follow their religion.
Yeah.
So going to a cemetery where they may be offstandish, we might not have souls that would want to talk to us.
Yeah.
So the fact that we went to a cemetery that was in the spiritualist movement means that they would be about what we're doing, and they would help us.
And the creepy man in the cemetery.
The creepy man.
Like, literally helped us do it. He was like,
person.
It's 4:30 in the morning, MLA. It's creepy.
Oh, okay.
Guys, you don't just have spirit guides. You can also have spiritual teams. So these are souls that come in to help you for certain points of your life. They might not be there the whole time, but they are there specifically to help you through certain tough points in ways that your spirit guides can't or aren't supposed to. These spirits might even be part of your soul contract and you don't even know it.
Well, technically they would be.
Yes. But I love it! It's like meeting real people. Like, you have to meet certain people in the physical world for your soul contract, but what about your spiritual team or the people that you meet in spirit?
That you don't even know they're there.
Exactly. We have a listeners video, guys, where this one girl who's wonderful talked about the soul of the man in her apartment who was there to help her because she lived by herself during quarantine. And once she wasn't living by herself anymore and was out of her depression, he was gone. Same thing. Somebody else went through the same thing. I love it. It makes me so happy.
So, did that spook you? Did it really open up your mind? Do you think there are other beings that are helping you? Like, I don't know, deities?
Because next week, we're going to be talking about the deities we've talked to. Guys,
Freya is one of those beings that helped me.
Literally blew my mind. Em was like, did you know there's mediums on the internet that can talk to deities? And I was like, they are absolute frauds. No, I was an asshole. I was wrong.
So if you're interested in hearing about our experiences talking to deities, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you get notified the next time we post. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
We are your PsycKicks.
Also, watch the podcast because we're going to talk about more of our spiritual team.
Oh yeah, listen to the pod. I mean, if you want to watch the podcast because you're clairvoyant too, go for that.
Well, you can watch it once it's out on YouTube.
Ah.
We have a second YouTube channel, if you didn't know. Go subscribe. Okay, bye!
So, thank you to all of the people. Thank you to all the people that have subscribed to our Patreon so far. If you're interested in Patreon, please follow the link in the bio and go check out our tiers, because if you want to have more inclusive, friendly neighborhood environment in which you can talk about all things metaphysical and spiritual, you can do that.
What's up?
Ich bin Mula.
My Patreon people.
Patreon people!
Welcome to this bonus content!
Em's arm's gonna get tired soon.
No, it's good. We gotta make it look vloggy.
Vloggy!
So you can have the motion sickness with my shakes.
Jesus. So this is our metaphysical shower thoughts. If you don't know what shower thoughts are, it's the random shit that pops into your head while you're in the shower. However, we are not in the shower, nor shall our videos ever be shot in the shower, but that's what we're calling it, because it's funny.
Are you testing an Aries?
Oh, God.